Hey guys, it's me Kyle, aka Vulcan Wolverine, aka Vulcan Wolverine 2. I'm here in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where I live. Oh man. And so it's March 29th, 2020. 2020, the year of the New World Order coming into effect in a big way. The pandemic. But I just wanted to show you all my city. I just wanted to see what was going on in Baton Rouge right now, because I was kind of worried to go out a little bit. Oh, there's an ambulance. I was a little bit worried to go out. I don't want to give my grandma anything. I don't think I'm going to die from any coronavirus, but I just don't want to get sick. And I was thinking it's really weird. Oh man, I'm not going to be able to get out of here. But look, you see lots of cars driving around. The streets are full of cars on a Sunday morning. It's about like usual, kind of. It's about like usual. But it's weird. Like I'm coming out this morning just to get a couple of things. I think I'm gonna go to Walmart, maybe get a little bit more food. Some things that I kind of wanted to pick up. It's weird. Like my biggest worry going out and then going back in is I'm like, my attackers, right? Because I'm being hit with neuro weapons, like I'm targeted, and I'm like, man, they're gonna try and make me feel like I got the coronavirus. That's gonna be their big thing. They were even talking about it on V2K. Now that they're like, when I go out, they're like, you're gonna think you got the coronavirus and you come back in. But it looks like, I guess there's fewer cars here. And I'm not sure what the deaths are up to in Louisiana. I know that some people are quarantining and isolating. I'm also very worried about people breaking into my house because, those crimes aren't going to be responded to as much. And I'm a targeted individual, so, I have people like breaking into my home all the time. It seems like a lot more people are quarantining and staying in. And so they, when I leave, there might be a lot more people willing to do that stuff kind of at my place. I hope you guys are doing okay. It's craziness. I was just thinking about all this is very confusing, the pandemic is very confusing what we should do in this time. I'm going to keep trying to get out information. I do know that some huge levers are coming down. I'd really recommend high impact flicks, high impact vlogs. And I'm not sure what the guy's name is. My memory's really bad right now. But he talks about, the things that are helping me to understand the economic, really bad economic things coming down. The people in Q, or people who like Q, or the plan, who are trusting in the plan, which is weird, because how can they trust what Donald Trump is doing when he's doing exactly what the bankers want him to do? They're saying that we own the Fed now. Like, the people own the Fed. We own the Fed. Like, how is that? We're in so much debt. This trillions of dollars stimulus package, that goes on the American people. Like, that's we owe that now. So we're getting screwed over by this huge psyop. With a huge psyop that I do think people are contracting a mutated form of the coronavirus, and it's manipulated with electromagnetic frequencies. But then some people, the numbers are getting bolstered by a lot of people who get a runny nose or something, and then they don't have testing for them, and they say, yeah, you just got the coronavirus. So the numbers are just through the roof, right? But basically common flu that is that I think in some places is worse for whatever factors, right? Whatever control factors they have to manipulate the virus, which I'm 100% certain on my research. I'm gonna put up a video soon where in a lab in 2010 they were taking photonic energy and they were killing off coronaviruses. They were killing off coronaviruses and other types of viruses. So viruses can be, and photonic energy is just light energy on the electromagnetic spectrum. So in 2010 and public science labs and see, look, everybody's out, everybody's out driving around. I think there's been like a handful of deaths in Baton Rouge from it, but not a lot of people are getting it. It's like people are getting it, people are worried about getting it, and the fear is the main disease. The fear of it is the big thing to be worried about, because more people die of influenza and the flu and everything like that, and not even because in a longer amount of time, like a year versus a month. It's like on a ratio scale, more people die of influenza every year than the coronavirus. And the flu too. I guess that is the flu. Influenza and what's the other one? I forgot it. Forgot the other thing. I just kind of wanted to show y'all people are out. I really wanted to see, to check and see if people were gang stalking. If the DHS Fusion Center is still running and people are out here. And you know what? I haven't seen as much vehicular stalking on me. It seems like people are staying home. That's something, you got to think about that, right? You got a DHS Fusion Center worker that's going to drive out in the community, right? And is gonna maybe vehicular stalk a targeted individual. Now the government tells them, hey, you need to stay at home because there's this deadly coronavirus. They're probably going to do it. They're probably going to do exactly what the government says. So that's kind of a good thing, right? Just kind of thought about that. I don't know, but I'm kind of worried about my home getting broken into from a lot of people, because I've been gang stalked around my condo when I walk my dog. I hope you guys are doing okay. I don't know. I think that this thing is so confusing. But I just think about Bill Cooper and what he said was kind of the remedy for a lot of the tyranny in the world, which is coming down on us. It's coming down. It's coming down. The New World Order is coming down. They're going to use this thing to steal so many of our freedoms and to change everything where, social distancing is going to stick around, long after this coronavirus is gone. There's a one-light car. That guy got out and did it. That guy's getting out there and doing some extra tyranny, doing some extra bonus tyranny. But so Bill Cooper said, what it takes to stop tyranny is saying no, right? So, I feel like as good citizens, good American citizens and good citizens of the world, for you guys in Australia and New Zealand and all the other countries, the Philippines, I had somebody from the Philippines in my chat the other night. We have to say no somehow. Like, so if you want to take precautions and stay in, in self-quarantine, because you just don't want to take a chance. I don't know what to tell people to do. I'm gonna kind of, I'm not that worried about getting the coronavirus right now going out. We've got to find some way to say no to this stuff, it's incredible. I'm kind of on the fence about some of the Q stuff, because I want to believe that maybe Trump has a plan, and there's this secret plan going down, but I don't think so. He was signing the trillions of dollar stimulus. I guess it's really $6 trillion, and that's a whole lot of money. And he, before he signed it, he goes, "Can't chicken out now," and it was just kind of a really bad feeling in my gut. It's really bad for the American people. This is really bad for everyone all over the globe. And I just don't think there's some kind of secret plan. I don't think so. I can see where you'd want to hope that. I can see that, because I've done it too. I'm like, man, oh yeah, Donald Trump could just secretly be taking him down, blah blah. But you know, in High Impact Vlog said this too, and I've been watching a lot of other people, but he's like really on it. He's staying on it. He's talking about it. It is definitely a psyop, but I do think there is. I think a number of people are getting killed, are dying, you know, from a version of the coronavirus with control factors in it. You know, they had other medical issues and stuff like that, but then you look at Italy and Wuhan, and I do think there was a control factor of gigahertz frequency, and even stuff like, you know, photonic energy, scalar frequencies that target individuals get hit by. I think it's a big, complicated mess. I think there's like a bunch of factors involved in the people who are dying. But I do think, right, I said, I do think the fear is the worst disease in this. The fear is what's going to get us all on lockdown. It's going to change the world in ways that we don't want it to change. So I guess I've just been thinking about it, like, what am I going to do? And I do, you know, I don't know. I'm going to speak out, right? We got to put the truth out there. Find your way, and look, one light car right behind me. So people are stalking. Look, I'm gonna screw with him. So he's doing his DHS Fusion Center business. So there are people out here actually gang stalking. You know, during all this, I guess they don't give a crap. We gotta find some way to say no, guys. Seems like it's not a slow boil anymore. I mean, it seems like this is going to be a big jump up in you know, how much debt Americans owe, you know, and also how we interact, and what the military can do in our cities and stuff like that. So, and there's a lot of other things, right? There's a lot of other angles to it, complicated angles. Find some way to say no. You know, if you don't want to go out, if you're like, well, I'm just going to stay in just in case, you know, just in case I might get the virus, or it might spread, or whatever. You know, in New York and California, I think you guys are on lockdown. It's not like a voluntary thing. We got to find some ways to say no. You know, I'm still looking into everything. I'm still studying. I'd really recommend High Impact Vlogs. You know, he's staying on top of some of the economic things, some of the really, really bad economic effects of all this. But yeah, I'm gonna be researching some more and putting out some more information, guys. It looks like people, you know, tons of people at Walmart. Look. Got a police car there. It's filled up. Maybe I'll take some footage inside of Walmart and see what's going on. But you guys stay safe out there or in there. And we gotta find ways, like Bill Cooper said, to say no, because a lot of tyranny is coming down from this. Whether there's a real virus or not, a lot of tyranny is coming down from this. So we've got to find a way. I think my way is going to be, you know, trying to do some videos, put out some information, you know, about targeting too, because we're dealing with targeting on top of this, or under this. This is on top of targeting, which is horrifying. My targeting's been a lot worse. I did turn off the Wi-Fi last night. It felt a little bit better. It felt a little bit better when I woke up. Felt like the V2K was a little bit lower, and I felt a little bit better, like the body pain and stuff, but I still woke up being not able to think, right? It sucks. It really sucks. I used to be able to think so great, and I could just talk about anything. Now my brain has so much trouble, and my brain is on lockdown. That's scarier than me being locked in my condo. My brain being locked down. Really is. I'm trying to I know that everybody out there is trying to deal with our targeting and all this horrible nonsense. Just be careful out there, guys, and we got to find some ways to say no to a lot of this stuff that's coming down. All right, love you guys.